At the Rehabilitation Hospital of Indiana, we treat people after injury and illness, such as brain injury, spinal cord injury, stroke, multiple sclerosis, amputation.
RHI is the only place I know of where you can go in one system from the emergency room to return to work in a single continuum of care.
We're one of 16 TBI model systems. What that means is we're a leader in rehabilitation. I believe that's because of our attention to doing the research to build the evidence and also working with the patients and their families to explain those findings and then helping it inform the decisions.
RHI really embraces translational research, which is hugely important for me. Research is so hard, and we just spend so much time working on these really important issues, and what could be really frustrating is when you then get to the end of that research and it sits on top of a shelf for 17 years and nothing happens with it. But for RHI, they look at it differently and they really try to embrace it.
It's a unique opportunity here to see how science and research integrates with passion and commitment. And so we see that translate into kind of real magical sorts of outcomes.
The clinicians at RHI, they really work with us to learn from what we do from the research and basically try to incorporate that and implement that in what they do. So to me, that's hugely important.
Through our traumatic brain injury model systems, we follow people for life. In resource facilitation, we get them back to work. And so it's a continuum that takes people from the beginning to something ultimately meaningful and relevant with a good outcome.
And this is important because this is what's going to help you or your loved one get back out there and get back into the community and functioning to the best of your ability and lead a better quality of life.
So after injury, such as traumatic brain injury, spinal cord injury, there's so many different aspects of functioning at your full self. So emotional function, physical function, and they aren't just separate issues.
Because everybody's so focused on the patient, we make sure that we understand what are the patient's needs, and then we work together to tackle that problem.
Your emotional function can help you be prepared to actually be ready for rehabilitation and to work and to interact with your family. So we try to treat the emotional issues as well as the physical issues and cognitive issues that might come after an injury.
We're the ones that are doing stuff that's cutting edge. We're the ones that are accelerating the time it takes from research to do the research, to get the findings in the research, and we're accelerating it so that it's being implemented very quickly.
Patients know when you care, and they know immediately if you care. And so to have the right science is really, really important, but to have the compassion and the relationship with the patient, and that extends into the teams.
When you have a cohesive team, then it just accelerates that even more. It just brings it to a whole new level.
I'm really proud of the physicians and the therapists and nurses that work here at the Rehabilitation Hospital of Indiana and how well they work together to try to make sure that they're meeting the patient's need.
So the commitment of working together as a team is critical, and I think we have that at RHI.
And all of those pieces together really are necessary to make this all function, and it's just a really cool team to work with.
Our medicine is our people, and it's true. Some of the research shows that half of the outcomes you get are due to just the relationship you have with the patient.
When one of your former participants says, "This saved my life, you've made a huge difference in my life," there's nothing like that. I mean, nothing but just feeling super proud and just really glad to be a part of that.
What we do at the Rehabilitation Hospital of Indiana is we get people walking, talking, thinking, loving, and back to work.
One of the really critical pieces of the team is the patient that we can't forget about, because that's why we're here.
That now they feel through resource facilitation that they've been able to find themselves again and find themselves in their community and play a role in their families that they're proud of. You see people find meaning in their life again. So you go from fear to this incredible sense of this all makes sense.
Together, that really makes the team a whole team and makes everything that we do so much more important.
The work we do here fills our heart and keeps us coming back every day to help people.